Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's the big homie Wrightway J. Back with another video. Wrightway be trucking. And back in the 18 wheeler, man. Uh just to give like a quick recap, this weekend has been just like insane. Like when I tell you it was insane, like literally everything that could have been done to stop me was done, but persevered through it. So I'll give you the short version of it, that way I ain't gotta waste too much of your time. So I was on my way to this place called Sandersville, Georgia, and I was riding down the interstate in my 18 wheeler. Next thing you know, my drive axle broke, which basically means that a line broke and gas was just spilling all over the place. So I immediately had to pull over. I found like this rest area that I could pull over at that's only for trucks. So there were like no bathrooms or anything. You could just park your truck there, throw away your trash, and that's it. So I had to park out there for about a good 3 to 4 hours. Like they had to send a cleanup crew because of all the gasoline that was spilling. And then the wrecker had to bring me a spare truck, and then we had to like basically turn the broken truck around because he came in straight, and basically my truck was parked straight. No, yeah, he came in straight. My truck was parked straight, but the way that it was leaking, he would have had to basically hook up to it from the back. So he had to basically, hook up to the truck from the back. Doggone, it's like a small little area to work with. The area is about this small to work with, and somehow he was able to connect to my broken truck from the back with the wrecker truck and spin it all the way around and get it back on the road. So kudos to that guy for that. So I had to sit out there again for like 3-4 hours. Basically I ran out of time, so I had to do a reset, like I had to do my 10-hour reset like right there, and I was like an hour and a half away from my destination. So I basically had to spend the whole night over there. That was what, Friday. Saturday comes, I get up and I get to my destination in Sandersville, Georgia, and like they basically was playing, like it was basically treating me like a tennis ball. Like when I got there, I was like, I showed them my paperwork. I'm like, all right, man, where I'm supposed to park at? Where I'm supposed to park at so y'all can load me up? They're like, nah, you gotta go across the street. So I'll go across the street. I'm like, all right, man. They told me to go across the street. Here's my paperwork. Where y'all want me to park at so I can go ahead and get loaded? They're like, nah, man, you gotta go back where you came from. We don't have it. I'm like, huh? They sent me over here. They're like, nah, you gotta go back over there. So I go back across the street where I went the first time, and I'm like, all right, man. The people across the street sent me back to y'all. So what's going on? They're like, man, we don't know why they doing that. You got to go back over there and get it. I'm like, look, man, y'all need to figure this out, man, because y'all been sending me back and forth. I'm not your little tennis ball. All right, don't treat me like Serena Williams out here. All right, no, you don't go out here trying to win the World Cup on me. You know what I'm saying? So he basically had to. So the loader, went across the street, checked with the office, and they basically found it. Apparently there was a mix up with the paperwork. So they got me straight. I had to go back across the street. Went there, they got me loaded up, left. Now it took me about, that whole situation took me about almost 2 hours. Something that would normally take about 30-45 minutes took about 2 hours. So yay. So finally get out of there, and I'm on my way back. Now the route that I normally take is like the interstate route, but there was like basically the road was blocked off that I normally take, that takes me straight to the interstate because it's a lot quicker. So I had to take some I had to take some back roads, and you already know, taking them back roads, you got to go through like the little speed traps or whatever like that, and that's what really slowed me down on some real talk or whatever. So anybody, I'll say like this, just kind of like a side note, back roads are cool for when the interstate is jammed up. But other than that, me personally, I take the interstate all day. I hate them speed traps. But back to the story. So I finally get back to my terminal, and I'm unhooking my box. My actual tandem arm is jammed. I'm like, you got me. So I had to fight with that tandem arm for about a good 30-45 minutes, and I finally got it off. So I finally get it off. I get back to my I hook up to my new box, and I'm on my way back to my apartment. Now remind you, I got a performance Sunday, because all of this that happened with me getting back home, back to my apartment and all that was Saturday. I had an event on Sunday. So I got back to my apartment. My original plan was to take my truck down to the event. That way I can get some sleep, because I had to be in Tennessee like the very next morning. But unfortunately, because with the breakdown, me being held up at the shipper, me having to take those back roads and the speed traps, all of that slowed me down. So long story short, I couldn't take my truck because it would have interfered with my 34-hour reset, which would have caused me to be late for my load. So I had to hop in my personal vehicle, drive 2 hours to my destination, drive 2 hours to my performance, get there like because I got back like that Saturday evening, and see, because the event was in Florence, South Carolina. So I made it to Florence at like that Saturday night at like 9:30 or something like that, and then the event was Sunday at 3. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I get Florence that night, hang out, chill, see some of my folks or whatever like that. Next morning, get up, get some breakfast, go holler some more of my folks, get straight, and head to the show. Get to the show, rock out the show, meet some cool DJs, meet some cool artists. All right, get back on the road. So I get back in my personal car, drive back to Charleston, or Goose Creek to be exact. So get back home. I got to cook up my lunch, my dinner, get breakfast prepared, because I was going to Tennessee in a few hours. Because I left Florence, because from Florence to where I live is like about 2 hours. I left Florence at about 8, got back home like a little after 10. So after getting back home a little after 10, getting unpacked and everything like that, getting all the food cooked up and prepped up and everything like that, I went to bed at like 12 o'clock. All right, woke up at 2 and got my 18-wheeler and drove all the way to Tennessee. About a 6.5-hour drive, and I made it. It was crazy. I still got to get back, and I still got to get back home. So I just wanted to go ahead and leave y'all with that little story right there. That's a day in the life of a truck driver / artist / content creator. This is me. So I want to thank everybody for listening. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. This is Wrightway J, Wrightway Be Trucking, and I'm gonna check y'all out on the next one. Peace.